Welcome to St John's for our weekly update as we move through this reflective season of Lent. And so once again I'm in the north aisle of the cathedral between two of Melville Haysom's wonderful depictions of the Stations of the Cross. This one is Jesus being nailed to the cross, and this one is Jesus dying on the cross. Haysom has an incredible way of portraying the stations and inviting us into the way of the cross, inviting us to pray for those who walk the way of the cross each and every day. As I begin this weekly update, let me express my gratitude to those who give feedback on the weekly update and other things we're doing here at St John's. One of the pieces of feedback I've had about these weekly updates is that people often miss the links associated with the various events and happenings that I talk about, and so we've decided that we will place a static slide at the end of the talk that will carry all of the links. So if you miss something as we're moving through, you'll be able to catch up with it at the end of the talk. Tomorrow we are hosting our International Women's Day lunch. Opportunity to come to the cathedral and to participate virtually with the happenings that will be occurring over at the convention centre as other people gather together for lunch. So we'll be using our courtyard space to give us good opportunity for social distancing, but also in the Darnell room we'll be screening the happenings from over the river. So please join us. I think the last few weeks have reminded us that there's a lot more work to be done to ensure that women feel safe, women feel enabled, and women feel empowered in our society. On Saturday just gone, we had our Visioning Day. We held it in this space. The Reverend Bronwyn Pagram did an incredible job leading us. This year we held it in the cathedral, as I just mentioned, and that was to ensure that we could do it in a COVID-safe manner. We had too many people to use the usual space, the Darnell room. But as we reflected on the experience at Cathedral Council on Tuesday night, we realised that many of us had found that actually being in the cathedral space had encouraged us and enabled us to reflect more deeply. And so as a result of the Visioning Day, a number of really significant themes were brought forth. You'll find them all listed in community notices, which is being published this coming Sunday. You'll find hard copies in the cathedral and also a copy online by Sunday. One of the things about how this visioning process that we use is called open space, the way it actually harnesses the passion of the people who come. And so a number of activities were bubbled up that we will be progressing because of the passion of members of the community of faith. And one of the really beautiful things about it is that if you were not able to be at the Visioning Day, but one of the themes really speaks to you, then you can contact the person who has taken the lead on that project and offer to be one of the supporters and enablers and participants in that project. So please do have a look at the list, talk to those who are listed next to the activities, and together we can actually make a difference, for we are called to be a transforming community. So some wonderful activities are happening here at St John's. All the Lenten studies have begun well. You can join them at any time, so please don't feel that you have to miss out if you just couldn't begin the studies at the beginning. It's always opportunity for you to be welcomed and integrated into the group at any time as we move through Lent. Other things happening this week. On Friday we have wine before breakfast as part of the 7 a.m. Eucharist, Stations of the Cross following the 12:30 a.m. Eucharist, and Saints on a Mission is also on Friday. That's offered virtually at 10:30, so you'll find the links on the cathedral website. And then, of course, we continue our series of Nocturnes, and this week we get to the midway point of the series. It's a real gem of a happening, I have to say, Nocturnes, and the season always feels far too short. but that means that we just hold them as something that's incredibly precious to us. Tomorrow, 5th of March, is also the opportunity to join with our sisters and brothers from other denominations for the World Day of Prayer. This year we're praying for the people of Vanuatu, who, as you would be aware, have been struck by a number of climate change-driven cyclones in the last little while, and that service will be held at St Stephen's Cathedral at 10 o'clock. So if you'd like to be part of that, please go to our sister cathedral, St Stephen's. Sunday is the first Sunday of the month, and so there are our special first Sunday of the month happenings. First of all, there's the Labyrinth Walk, which will be offered online. You'll find a link to that on the What's On page of the cathedral website, as well as the special page for Lent and Easter. And then at Evensong, Gwyneth Roberts, Dr. Gwyneth Roberts, will be talking about Patricia Brennan. Patricia Brennan was one of the great advocates and leaders in the movement for the ordination of women. She's one of our modern saints. So come and hear Gwyneth, or you can watch her online through our YouTube channel. And after Evensong, we will gather in this space to have a conversation with Gwyneth about her talk. If you want to be part of that virtually, you will find a link on the cathedral website that will allow you to join that conversation by Zoom. And I know that there are a number of people joining us, people who have fond memories of Patricia, and people who were also important players in that incredible opportunity that the Church finally embraced to liberate the ministry of women. And we at the Cathedral certainly appreciate the ministry of the women who make up this community, including those who are part of the clergy leadership team. Then in the week lying ahead of us, one highlight of that week is the Green Faith event. We are participating as part of a worldwide community of people of faith from many traditions who are expressing their concern for the planet and calling on leaders across the world to address the crises of climate change and the eco-catastrophe. One of the things that you can do is go on to the link that you'll find on our website to the document Sacred People, Sacred Earth. Read it, and if you can affirm it, please do sign it. The organisers are hoping that on the 11th of March, together, people of faith across the world will offer a unified expression of hope and also a request to those who lead us. Here at St John's, we will be having a service, mostly a service of reflective silence, as we reflect on the fate of the earth and the call that's placed on us as people of agency and a community of agency to make a difference. And in terms of birthdays, we celebrate with Sarah, one of our attendants. She's often driving the cameras on a Sunday morning. Sarah is celebrating her 18th birthday on Saturday, along with her sister Chloe. I hope they have a great occasion. Life here in the cathedral has returned virtually to normal, certainly what we could call COVID normal. It's great to see so many people returning to the physical life of the cathedral. It reminds us that we are embodied, and an embodied experience is actually important to us. Zoom has been an incredible gift to us, as has YouTube, but eventually many of us realise that we need to actually give each other the gift of human presence as well. So it's wonderful that we can operate in this dual mode at this time, and it's also wonderful that many people are feeling enabled to return to the physical life and the physical worship in this magnificent space. Peace be with you.